Well, we are the Monahans, my wife Miranda, my name's Jared. We've been going to Lakewood Ranch for almost 2 years now.
Yeah, I was on a plane and a gentleman sitting next to me was telling me about how great his church was, and Jared and I came and visited a couple weeks later. And so
Been here ever since.
We've been here ever since. The church has quickly become a family for us, our community group. We had a really rough last year. I had some illnesses, and also about 3 months ago, my mom passed away. And when she passed, our community group just surrounded us. I don't think there was one person in our class that didn't text me, Facebook me, call me, and just surrounded us through a really difficult time. And we are forever changed by this church and the family that we have here.
And it's even become a family for our kids. Every Sunday morning they're waking us up saying, hey, we're going to church today. You know, they get excited getting dressed and they love coming to the ranch. And when we pick them up, we get the paperwork. We don't need the paperwork because they tell us about everything that they've learned. They show us all the projects they worked on that day. And we get another hour and a half during lunch and before getting home, everything that happened. So it's almost like getting 3 lessons in one when we come to church.
There's actually one time our oldest daughter, Hannah, came home from church and she learned about how Lazarus came back from the dead, how Jesus brought Lazarus back from the dead. And there's a little girl up the street from us came over to our house, and Hannah comes running inside and is like, Dad, help me find where Jesus raises Lazarus from the dead. And she sat outside. Yeah, she sat outside and read it to a little girl who never heard about Jesus before, and I was actually really surprised.
She's much more confident.
Yeah, but she sat outside and read her Bible to her. It's just our children have come to know the Lord in a much more intimate way at Lakewood Ranch, and this is a family for us. We love being here, and we are blessed, and God has done so much in our lives through this church, and we can never repay the blessing that has been bestowed upon us with this church.
Well, when we first came to Lakewood Ranch, we had been serving for years in our church. We moved to Lakewood Ranch area in 2007, and were immediately involved in the church we went. My sister-in-law was going there, so immediately we jumped into that church. But when the time came for us to transition from that church to another church, you know, we were, lack of a better term, burnt out from service, and we have been feeding so many other people that we needed to be fed ourselves. We were just empty. And coming to Lakewood Ranch, we were able to be fed, and the people here at this church invested in us and in our family, and because of just the time that they put into us and the time they put into our kids, we've been able to put our time and our talents and our money back into Lakewood Ranch. God's blessed us beyond measure. I mean, we look back where we were 10 years ago when we first got married, and we didn't have 2 nickels to rub together. And it's pretty crazy to think about.
Very true.
I mean, there was a point where I was still in school, and I came home to Miranda crying because there was an eviction notice on her door.
The Lord has just been amazing to us over the years. We've learned you can't outgive God.
I believe it's Malachi 3:10, where God challenges Israelites to try to outdo Him and outgive Him. And I wasn't always this way. Miranda, is through poking, prodding, maybe a little elbowing, some kicking, yelling, has gotten me to be that way. And He's always been faithful. If you just give a little bit, how much God does with it. And every time we've tried to outgive God, He's
Showed us it's impossible.
right. He's absolutely showed us it's impossible.
And like, we are committed to invest in the future here at Lakewood Ranch, and we wouldn't ask you to do anything we're not willing to do ourselves. And we love this church, and it has changed our lives, and we want to pay that forward, if you will, and make sure other people have the blessing and the opportunity that we were given here.